Hello Taurus. This is your July forecast and applies if you are Taurus rising or Taurus moon. There's a lot happening this month. Usually we've only got a new moon and a full moon. This month we've got a new moon and 2 full moons happening. We've also got Saturn retrograde for you happening here in your 7th house of relationships, but only until September the 18th. So what this is asking from you, Taurus, because it's in your opposite sign, is just another final re-evaluation of your relationships. Many of you will have experienced great changes, restructuring of all your relationships over this last 3 to 4 year period. And now it's just these last 3 months here, right until the middle of September, where it's a time just to look at relationships again. Is there anything that you're missing? Is there anything that needs to change? Is there anything around your needs, you're not getting your needs met? Are you in relationships out of attachment or need? Or is there freedom in your relationships? Is there enough freedom? Sometimes, Taurus, you're a little bit afraid to let go. You'd rather have the familiar than the unfamiliar. And I think that this Saturn is just checking on you and saying, well, rather be alone, rather have an empty space than a space filled up with something that's not really working for you. Now, on the 1st of July, 1st or 2nd of July, depending where in the world you live, we've got a full moon happening in Capricorn, and it's happening right up here in your 9th house, Taurus, vibrating along with Pluto. So the full moon shining a light in this 9th house area. So it could be a culmination of something you've been working on, especially if it's connected with study or teaching or coaching. It could be the culmination of going on a trip. You've planned it and you're going on this trip. You know that you're going. It could also be the culmination of something you've been working on, connected with your spiritual self. Shining a light on the direction you want to go. Are you meditating? Are you quiet enough? Are you finding that authentic space within you? That's what this moon is shining a light on. And what else would you like to learn? Where do you want to take this spiritual side of you that brings more meaning to your life? So for the first week of this month, we've got a very nice aspect, which is Jupiter and Venus conjunct. Separating towards the end of the week, but still close enough to call it a conjunction. And happening for you, Taurus, in your 4th house of home. So, with Jupiter and Venus there, this could signify a trip, travelling somewhere nice, some good news about a family member, some good news if you want to move, or if you're selling or buying or renting. This could just bring some nice news, something positive for you. And on the 7th of July, we've got an exact opposition of the Sun in your 3rd house and Pluto. So opposition of Sun and Pluto is something to do with you finding your power, your strength, not allowing yourself to be diminished in any way by somebody else's demands, or maybe your perceived demands that they're demanding of you, but you to feel strong in your own power, and if necessary to speak out and say what is important to you. And if you can't speak it, then write it, get it out, but don't be a victim. Now, we've had Mercury in this 2nd house of money for a few months now. Long time, and on the 9th of July it goes out, but until the 9th of July it's still in this 2nd house of finance. So still maybe coming to the end now of your questioning, your planning about your finances, maybe doing a little bit more final researching into what it is you want to do to make that little bit of extra income on the side. What's that passive income you want to create? And then on the 9th of July this Mercury Mercury, stop doing my head in, Mercury going into your third house. And Mercury is very much at home in your third house, and it's joining Mars also in this third house. And on the 15th and 16th of July, we've got a new moon happening also in this third house. So the third house is everything to do with communications, with information, with transportation, with technology. So a new moon there gives you an opportunity for new beginnings. So you might decide that you're going to study something new, go on a course for something that interests you, maybe upgrade some of your technical skills. Maybe you're a little behind and you need to upgrade yourself. It's a wonderful time for learning, for studying, for researching. Good time for writing as well and publishing information. It's also, with Mars in that third house, a very good time for negotiations, for pushing forward with the plans and projects that you've had in place for a while. And with Mars in that third house all month, I'm anticipating you're going to be pretty busy. It's an out there month, busy doing this and that and the other. So just make sure that you get some of that downtime as well to relax and rest, because Taurus, many of you, introverted, and when you're busy out in the world, you need to come back home and recharge your batteries so that you can go out again refreshed. On the 19th of July, we've got Venus going into your 5th house. What a lovely place for Venus. Venus is very happy in this 5th house of pleasure. Time to do something fun, pleasurable. Something nice might happen with a young person or a child of yours. It's also a lovely time for romance, for meeting somebody new. It's also a very good time connected with your own business or doing something entrepreneurial. And for those of you in the entertainment business, this bodes very well. You might get some good news. Anything concerning theatre, acting, promotion, marketing yourself and being seen and enjoying being seen. Now, the 13th to the 15th of July, I'm just backtracking here, sorry, this was just before Venus moved into your 5th house of fun. There is this square happening between Saturn retrograde and Venus. So it could be that there's a realization about a friend or a friendship or a relationship that just needs to end. There's a part where you're not getting your needs met. There's something where either you're not speaking out or something's lacking and missing in a relationship, and you may feel a certain isolation or loneliness. But from the 19th, when this Venus goes into your 5th, that's behind you and it's all refreshed and something new and different can happen and can come in, even into the same relationship. Do keep in mind that we can renew our relationships. Sometimes, Taurus, yes, you stay too long when it's past its sell-by date, but also we need to give ourselves the opportunity not to look at somebody and say, I know you. Maybe you don't know that person quite as well, and you can see somebody in a completely different light. Isn't it funny sometimes when you think you know someone and you think that person is maybe difficult or critical, and somebody else comes along and says, well, I don't find that person critical at all. So it's your perception and how you're seeing it. And that's what may be triggered from this Saturn-Venus square. Now, on the 23rd of July, we've got the Sun coming into the 4th house. On the 24th, Mercury comes into the 4th house. So big focus this last week of the month, Taurus, on this 4th house of home. There may be something you need to say with Mercury in this 4th house. You may be working from home, communicating from home, seeing clients from home, doing opportunities to do things from the home. And also opportunities for creating a family around you. It may not be your blood family, but a new kind of a family that you really connect with and you feel in tune with. On the very last day of the month, we've got a full moon happening in your 10th house in Aquarius. And full moon here, this could be the culmination of something connected with your work, your career, something good happening, the fruition of a lot of hard work. Or it's time for change. Full moon often means change. So it could mean a change in the direction of your career, a change in the people you're working with, a change in the management. Changes around this life path where you want to take your life, and this moon shines a light maybe on what you're not so satisfied with, but gives you an opportunity to look at the direction you'd like to be moving towards. Well, and all of this month we've got the favourable energy of the trine between Uranus and Jupiter. Sorry, Uranus should be there. I knew there was something wrong with that. My apologies. Correcting it. I'm glad I'm not doing this to the Virgos. Uranus and Jupiter trine happening all month. So do expect the unexpected, a windfall, a breakthrough, something new happening that you didn't expect. Taurus, you very often like things sorted and planned in nice, neat little boxes. Allow something new to come in because it could be a really great opportunity. There you have it. I wish those of you in the Northern Hemisphere a very happy summer. Of course, if you'd like me to look at your individual chart and see what the planets hold in store for you personally this year, please do get in touch. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.